Hi Libra, welcome to your monthly reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always check what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences at this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of August, as usual, I have a special sales offer available, and for this month, it's inspired in the Leo themed season we are currently on. And if you would like to know more details about that special offer, just read the information I will put in the description box below or email me for more details about it. If you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do that by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So, Libra, some of you are so ready for change. So ready for change. It's almost like this quiet hope, prayer, intention that you keep putting to the universe, or you keep, in your own ways pursuing or studying, researching how to make this happen. That for some of you, it raises a lot of frustration because it feels like you're carrying this heavy desire, you're carrying this very heavy feeling that some of you can't express or don't want to express or don't know how to express. And this is even making, the heaviness, the internal heaviness, some of you feel even bigger because you can't communicate what you're really going through. Now, for some of you, I feel like you don't want to. You don't want to because there's a lack of openness, perhaps, that has always marked your relationships, or you feel like you don't have anyone you can trust your inner being, your inner being's truth with, or you feel like you would be judged or you wouldn't be accepted. It's just a lot of considerations some of you Libras are making in August about feeling something, wanting something, planning something, but yet carrying this, all of this by yourself, and also feeling the lack of guidance. It's like, am I doing the right thing? Maybe I should hear someone's opinion about this. This type of the need to have validation that what you're thinking about is valid, what you're deciding to do is a good idea. You want support or advice or guidance, but you don't want to, you want that, but you don't want to ask. So there's that funny feeling of you want an answer, but you're not willing to make a question. So it's going to get you in a position where you feel unsatisfied because you're not able to, again, bring into your life the answers you're really looking for to then be free to pursue whatever it is that you're trying to pursue. And some of you, it's like this wheel of fortune coming in here, especially as then you move into September, where you're always on this loop of thinking, should I say it? Shouldn't I say it? Should I do it? Shouldn't I do it? There's something here about, there's something some of you Libras already know. You already know the answer to something. But because you need to rely solely on your inner being, inner voice, intuition, you're afraid to make a mistake. Or you're afraid to do something or say something in the wrong time. You want a sign that once you decide to do something, it's going to be the right time. And your luck is going to change. And a good thing is going to come out of this. So trust your intuition. For those of you that this is about wanting to do something in the right time, connect. The best thing you can do to know when is that going to be is to be highly connected with your intuition. Your intuition will tell you when you should act upon something. You're extremely intuitive during August, and you're capable of channeling information in ways that are almost like a feeling of paranormal here, I have to say. So there can be real intense experiences when it comes to the occult, especially for Libras that already are kind of, involved or like the esoteric and occult area. There can be a lot of developments there, but also these developments with the High Priestess in your soul position, these developments are all, a part of, it's almost like this calling from within you that you have attended some time ago, because you have been tired of the same deceptions, or not knowing what's real, what isn't, what's true, what isn't. I feel like some of you have dealt a lot with deception at a certain level. So deception from others or self-deception, because that's also something that usually is occurring when we attract deception from other people. Usually we're deceiving ourselves at a certain level. Something we don't want to see. Something we don't want to recognize. Something we don't want to say it's true, because if we don't say it's not going to happen, or it's not going to turn out to be just what it is. So there's a lot of denial as well for some of you Libras, that you're like shedding, allowing what's not true, what's not real, what's not deep, what's not, juicy. It's because some of you Libras, like, you need nurturance. You need deep nurturance. So things that can't give you that in August can be, you could be almost putting a lot of or giving a lot of cold shoulder, or acting distant, acting even perhaps, arrogant for some that would look at you in your position of the High Priestess. It's like refusing things that you perceive are not for you, or you perceive are not real, and not even giving an explanation. It's almost like some of you Libras also don't want to give explanation of why you do the things you do, or why you don't do the things you're expected to. Again, we go into the energy of the issue here with communication. Some of you just don't want to give your reasons, your justification to anyone during this time. You're more in a moment where you want to be in silence, perhaps even more with yourself. You want to, there's a level of like an urge to go somewhere that could even be like you want to go somewhere alone, perhaps. You want to have like a weekend getaway in a different place, but just with yourself. To be with those High Priestess thoughts, and to be with those High Priestess feelings. You need to be in her temple. So you could already have that space that offers you connection to your inner being. Or you could be looking for a place where you can have that. There's some level also of injustices, perhaps, that some of you Libras are facing. It could feel like some of you Libras during August, either you feel like you were treated unfairly, something was unfair, you didn't deserve something, or something is just not leveling up to how you treated a situation, the work you've done, what you invested. It's like feeling like almost like betrayed as well, with how much you've put into something, you knowing that you gave your best or you did everything, and then feeling like the other side didn't do the same, or didn't have you in consideration when they decide to do something, you know, opposite from what you thought was going on here. And for some of you, there's a level of tiredness associated with family, associated with even your closest ones. It's almost like feeling that your closest ones have been somehow, it's like some of you, again, Libras, could feel like you're not treated fairly by those that are, you know, by your side, and wanting to perhaps be temporarily away from this, your inner circle, to gain perspective, or to actually change, you know, to a different position amongst those usual relationships, like the usual way to deal with your parents or your children or your wife or your husband or your boyfriend or whomever it is. You don't want to be here the one carrying all the weight. So in relationships where things are not equal at all levels, the tendency for things to fall apart here a little during August is quite high, because, you know, you're only human. And some of you have been trying to do so much, always spinning in this wheel of repetition of doing, not even questioning for 1 second why. Because probably was for someone you loved, or it was for something you really appreciated and respected and thought to be important, and you've done, and then when you're confronted again with you needing something perhaps and not receiving the same complete investment, it can get difficult for some of you to keep supporting all this weight. It's just a weight. There's a weight some of you Libras have been carrying that represents a cycle in your life that has been probably long, that the universe, you know, the universe wants to change this around. It wants you to initiate a different cycle where you perceive situations for what they are, and you make decisions based on what things are, not what you hope if you work, they will be. Because you can't change someone's nature no matter what you do. So to expect that you can make someone better, or you can improve anything that is out of your control to improve, it's something that, you know, makes this it's a trap you fall into. And for some of you, you fall into this trap continuously. Now, September, especially September 4th, can bring you that change that initially I was speaking about. That would be very welcome for some of you Libras. Some of you want to change the rules here of the game. So there's something, for some of you Libras, you know, it's like you want to call the shots, or you want to put things a little bit more your way. This could be in terms of, again, the way you organize your day-to-day life, your work, your business, your career, your goals, your dreams. Even in terms of relationships, you could be wanting to have a more dominant role, especially if you have been constantly on the submissive one. So you want to change the settings of something, because how the settings of something have been, you were not, you were not even asked if you agreed with those settings. They were just like automatically there, and you thought that that needed to be your reality forever. And so maybe August is this big realization as well, that you can go there and change the settings because it's your life, no one else's. So why someone else would be the one choosing the settings you live by? So I hope you have a great month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.